Hi everyone, this is Dee. It's Spirit Message Monday. Welcome to the beginning of your week. Bye. I had a thought earlier about reading something that I've been writing within the Spirit Message Monday, and Spirit was like, yes, please, please, please. Aye, 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 aye. So here I am sitting in my front yard, and I have a little piece of writing to share with you. Maybe a tiny bit of background is the book is about, it's a memoir, it's about my experiences over the past couple of years and my heart opening and what brought me to where I am now, what brought me to opening to spirit in a much deeper way, which has really enriched my life a lot, and yet I'm still the same Dee that I was before all this happened. So anyways, the writing that I'm going to share with you I'll be honest, I don't know what this means. Other than it happens a lot. Okay, on that note, okay, so this writing, the background story is that a few friends of mine had done ayahuasca ceremonies, and I was intrigued but not interested, and then kind of got called in, felt called to do one, and so my writing coach asked me to explain a little bit of how I got to the decision to actually follow through and go from a place of no way to yeah, I think I need to do this. It took a little bit of time for sure, but at the very end of my decision process, I had just decided to follow through and connect with someone and apply to be in ceremony. This is a number of years ago now, and so this is a little piece that I wrote regarding how I felt pulled and called to do this. So here goes. Don't get me wrong, I'm still scared shitless about what might happen, but there are some things in life that just have to be done. It's like there's an invisible string attached from your being to this thing or this place or this situation, and it's not logical or rational at all, but that connection cord keeps reeling you in, and you can't help but eventually bump into what's meant for you. This feels to me a little bit like fate, or what resonates with me a bit more deeply is as though the universe, or something that is very mystical that's bigger than just me, is conspiring with me. It's trying to help me grow more into myself and who I really am and who I am to become. Okay, it seems like a good, important message. So, I mean, that's what happened for me, and that's how I feel about how I came to that decision. And so Spirit is very excited right now and saying yeah. What about you? What about you? What invisible cord is pulling you towards something that you're eventually meant to bump into? Because we all kind of, I mean, you sort of know, well, I mean, I know, I don't know if everybody else knows, but you kind of know the difference between rational, logical thought and then creative, okay, I'm gonna throw caution to the wind kind of thought. And then there's something deeper that feels oof, it just makes my whole torso kind of expand and start glowing in a way that is there's just something more expansive than just me, just Dee in this body with this mind. And that is what was guiding me in this decision. Something, I mean, my hand is pointing upwards above. It's something greater, something bigger, something like that is still me. I feel like that is yeah, that is still me, connecting with some deeper part of myself that is more expansive, that is part of the universe, that isn't even part of the universe, that is the universe. Like, yeah. Those kinds of thoughts have always gone like a little when people say, oh, everybody's one, and you are the universe, you are these plants, you are these clothes, whatever you are, like, everybody's the same. And I've always kind of had a feeling of like, I don't know about that. But through experiences over the last number of years, I have a greater sense of that. I have some experiential, felt connections that have allowed me to recognize that, like, that actually may be true. If nothing else, I know for myself that there is definitely like greater energy, webs of energy, everything is connected in a way that, like, I can be unique and singular in myself here, and yet I am connected to something bigger, and that I personally connect to that information that is all around us. They're pointing to my heart space up, like how I'm connected is something to do with coming through my heart space, which in my practice, that's an airplane if that's really loud. That's float plane, live by the ocean. It's kind of what happens. In my practice for healing myself and others, my heart space is like the doorway. It's like the entryway, kind of like the body's kept place of heart energy, of a sense of my soul essence, my sort of higher self. It's like it's one way for me to connect with that essence of myself. And for me, it also represents like a feeling of coming home to myself, home to a place that is more than just me, more than just this body. So I am being reminded that I had a dream last night, and I awoke enough to remember the dream, and it was that by writing this book, by writing these experiences down, by sharing these experiences, that I'm in fact dropping any layers, any misconceptions or limited beliefs that I am totally separate from everything else. And that by writing this book, just by letting those words out, I'm like, it's not even effortful with the process of doing this. Like, it's kind of like just a byproduct of allowing these stories to come out. And I'll talk about this more another time, I'm sure, but it does feel like, as much as it important. Okay. As much as it feels like the shedding of these layers, and having that sense of connecting to more than just myself, connecting to energy that is all around me. More than that, it's also connected to grief, like a sense of like loss or grief of like all the time and space spent not feeling that connected, all of which I wasn't connected to because I had layered myself with stuff to disconnect myself, which I think is just human. So yeah, here we are, here I am, connecting with you, asking you to listen to those calls, that cord, that invisible string, connecting you to that which is meant for you to bump into. I'm just going to ask if there's anything else that needs to come through before we end this little message Monday. Okay. They're saying, if you're wondering, don't know what my cord is. What's the thing I'm supposed to bump into? They're saying, it's all around you. Hi, it's in the wind. Ay, tay. It's in the places that you look. If you ask for it, kaya, taya. If you actually say to yourself or to your higher essence, to the universe, whatever you want to call it, to God, please show me what I'm supposed to be pulled towards. What will show me what I need in order to grow more into myself. Please show me, please show me. Yeah. If you ask for that, it will come, and it will come in ways that you don't expect, maybe like signs and like, I mean, I've had, oh gosh, they're like, it can be everywhere. It's like you're having a conversation with a kid and they'll say something and you're like, oh, and it'll just like trigger some like door opens. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was a message for me from spirit through this kid, who are usually more open to all this. Or like in a commercial, or in something you're reading, or I don't know, you just have these thoughts, or Spirit is saying, stay centered. Stay centered within yourself. Don't get pulled from other people, other things. Like, yeah, there's spirit, there's signs all around, but like, in order to be connected and hear and listen for those signs, you have to be centered within you. They're saying, take a deep breath, and connect with all of yourself, within yourself. Feels very like stable and strong. Like I can go like into the world, and like people and things can like bump into me. They'll just like bump, and then and whatever's meant for me is going to stick. And whatever's not meant for me is just going to bump off. It doesn't matter. I don't need to listen to that right now. So the spirit, the spirit's saying, look for the sticky stuff. Look for the stuff that sticks to you. And makes you feel like, oi, like it pulls at your heart. It's pulling, it's calling you. What are those things? What are those messages? And can you move toward them in some way? Okay, they're saying that's it. That's great. Wow, that was a good one. Thanks everyone. I hope that was inspiring or meaningful for you in some way, or just entertaining, whatever. It doesn't matter. If it sticks to you, awesome. If it just bounces off you, that's cool. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Just saying thank you to my guides. Thank you to all of you that are watching, and thank you to myself, and the solidity that I feel this morning. Thank you. Okay, I'm really leaving now. Okay, bye.